welcome back. We have Kristy here with Great River Greening, and you're an ecologist there. And so can you tell us just a little bit about what Great River Greening is?
Well, absolutely. Great River Greening has been around since the 90s. They started up in St. Paul when they started to do a large planting along the Mississippi River, and people thought, hey, you know, this is a really great thing to do. Let's expand it. And so that's how everything all began. And so Great River Greening has expanded since then, and now we're expanding to cover the entire state. And so our mission is to try to focus on nature-based climate solutions. A lot of work that we do has restoration of native habitats involved in it. Part of the work that I do not only includes that, but we do regenerative agriculture work, particularly down in like the Nicollet County area has been a big focus for us since about 2015. So we've been down here for a while, and we just keep expanding every year.
Southern Minnesota, the perfect area to study up on this just because of the river that runs through.
It's great. There's so many opportunities here, and I think it's ripe right now. People are ready to make some changes, and doing regenerative agriculture here really makes perfect sense. So, yeah.
And so what does that, what are the benefits of that?
So regenerative agriculture is multi-level, and there's different ways you could do it. You could do it by incorporating more grazing in your system. You could do silvopasture, so you're grazing a woody type system, so you're putting different habitats on the ground. Are you doing perennial covers, which is what we're going to be focusing on? So something like Kernza, which is a perennial grain crop, something to have cover on the ground all the time. We've done wood chip bioreactors, different buffer strip practices, all sorts of best management practices that are done in farmland are things that we've been promoting. And what the importance of this is twofold. One, it's sustainable. It's something that keeps that farmland for a longer time without having to put as many inputs on it, without having to have as much runoff, cleaner water that comes off these fields. But secondly, I think, and most importantly, is it brings the community together. You know, we're all trying to do the same thing, and these are new practices. Some of these are somewhat expensive to implement, so you learn from your neighbors. How are we doing it? Is it working for you? If it's not, how can we change? How can we make it more effective? And so what we've been doing from Great River Greening is we're trying, right now, our big focus is we're trying to reach out to these farmers directly, do meetings, dinners. What do you want? You know, as a producer, what do you want? What makes sense for you on your production? You know, how can you make this work? And not only that, how does it help you financially? Because for me to say, hey, you should put in a buffer strip, but there's not going to be any financial compensation, and it's just going to cost you money. You know, that makes it really hard.
Yeah, we should mention your event, another great opportunity for awareness and education.
Yeah, on September 30th, we're really excited. We're hosting an event called Kernza at the Creek, and Kernza at the Creek is promoting this. It's a perennial grain called Kernza. They've been working on it for 40 years, and we've got it to the point where we can it's a viable crop. You can sell the crop. We have people up in St. Peter that are actually growing this crop. And Kernza almost looks like wild rice.
Oh, interesting.
The roots go down 10 to 15 feet. It's a pretty impressive crop. Wow. And so this event is going to be held at 7 Mile Creek Park. And the public is invited. It's free. Karen Tomlinson from Muriel up in the cities, she's a chef up there, is going to be coming to talk about how she uses Kernza and local foods. We're going to have activities with the DNR.
Yeah, great opportunity to learn.
Yeah,
I wish we had more time, but we'll have event information on our website as well. So thank you so much for coming today, and we'll have more when we come back on Cato Living.